Good morning, everyone. Hello. Today we're going to talk about your big why and why it's important to take action right now towards what it is you want. We're going to walk through 3 steps to making that happen so that you can start taking action right now so that you can have the life you really want. It's time to stop waiting. For whatever those reasons are, I want you to be able to get out of the circumstance you're in so you can have the future you really want. All right, so if we have not met, I am Shauna St. James, and I am the founder of Encore Abundance and Mega Selling Artists. Over the past 5 years, I helped over 5,000 entrepreneurs make their online business successful for them, whatever that was for them. Everyone's goal is different, right? Some people want to be able to live full time off of their business, or some people just want it to be extra income. Either way, our goal is to make sure that you have the strategies, the systems, the tools, and the skills to reach whatever goal it is that you set for yourself. If you don't know what you want yet and you don't know how to set those goals, I want you to go back to the 4 base camps to summit. And that training is all about how to walk yourself through getting to where you want to go. And it starts with making the decision, right? So we've got to be really clear about what it is we want. And sometimes that is the hardest part. Now, that doesn't mean that, let me clarify on this, clarify on the clarity. That doesn't mean that whatever your goal you have right now can't change and grow with you. It should change and grow with you because as you become more aware of what you're capable of and what your heart truly desires, that goal is going to ebb and flow. It's going to morph with you, right? So I want you to think about, first of all, what it is you are missing. That's where we're going to start. Okay. So our starting point is what's missing from your life right now. That means, what do you want more of that you're missing out on right now, or even in the past, that's still impacting you now? If you're here live today, I would love for you to be able to drop this in the chat. If you're not and you're watching this in replay, feel free to post your comments. Here's why I want you to engage here. This isn't for me, this is for you. The more you focus on all of these things that we're talking about today, the more you're helping your subconscious make the changes and adjustments it needs to make whatever you really want happen. But we have to take time to think about it, to put our mind to it, to put our energy and our frequency and our vibration in the right state so that we can have universal laws working for us to help us get where we want to go. The truth is, whatever you want is actually already in existence. It's already possible. And I know this sounds really way out there, woo woo, but let's think about it in this context, right? The ability to fly, right? An airplane to fly, that was always there. We just had to figure out how to get there. But that the physics and everything that existed, that possibility was already there. We just didn't know how to get there. That's exactly what's going on with us right now. Wherever we're at, if we're not where we want to be, it's not because what we want isn't possible. It's possible. It's actually already waiting for you. It's literally waiting for you to arrive. And the magic of this whole thing is that the way our mind is wired, we can be there right now without having our physical reality that we're in right now be what that is. What are we talking about? We're talking about being able to be emotionally connected to whatever it is we want. If you want the house on the beach, how would you feel right now? Put yourself there emotionally. If you were waking up to the sound of the ocean coming through your window and you pad barefoot to the kitchen and you feel the nice cool floors on your feet and you go to the kitchen, you get out your coffee mug out of the cabinet, you walk over to your espresso maker, your coffee maker, right? And you push the button to warm it up. And while you're waiting for that, you're looking at the view, the gorgeous view of the beach. And it's a beautiful day today at the beach, right? The sun's out. It's not too oppressively hot. It's just like that perfect temperature that you are so excited to be able to go out and sit on your porch, on your patio, and drink your coffee while you watch the waves roll in. Yeah, that. How does that feel right now? Can you see it? That is how we get what we want. Because when you start living in that reality, even though that's not your reality here, your mind cannot tell the difference between what's imagined and real when you are detailed and emotionally connected to whatever it is you're creating in your imagination. Let me say that again. Your mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and what is just imagined. Because if you are emotionally connected to whatever it is you are visualizing, your mind thinks it's real. So, why do you want to do that as often as possible? Because when you put yourself in that energy and vibration of that space, that emotion, that moment in time, literally your subconscious is out there searching for a way to get there. This is how it happens. All of a sudden, the opportunities just show up that you'll think, wow, that just came out of the blue. No, it didn't come out of the blue. You're actually programming your mind to seek out the solutions and the steps you need to get you where you want to go. It's all operating underneath in your subconscious. Your moose is blazing a new trail for you. When you take the time, a few minutes a day, as often as you can, to go there emotionally and visually. So I want you to think about what it is that's missing in your life right now that you want. Okay? So what's missing? What do you want more of? So, what do you have going on in your life right now that's good? that you really enjoy, but you want more of it? What's missing? Are you missing the freedom and the time to be able to go whenever you want, to go visit family, to go travel? Maybe you have a hobby. Maybe you want more time to golf. Are you missing the financial, right? The budget that you want and need to support whatever it is you want to do in the future. And you would be doing it right now if you had the finances for it. What would that be? Would it be taking more vacations every year? Would it be paying off your mortgage? Would it be volunteering more of your time because you don't have to spend it working, for an hourly wage? What would it be for you? Okay, what do you have going right now that you want more of? Maybe let's go back to the golf. Maybe you get to golf every now and then, but you'd like to do it every week. Maybe you get to go to an Airbnb every year or a condo, right, on the beach. If you live in the South, it's really common to, in the winter, you head to Colorado for a winter vacay. I'm going to put this here. And if you're here, if you're in the South where we're at, you usually go to Florida for the summer to hit the beach, right? Or Gulf Shores, Destin. I mean, there's several places where people will go to hit the beach. Well, what if instead of just going for a week or two, you go for a month? What if you have the mountain house that's yours and the rest of the time you rent it out as an Airbnb when you're not there? What do you want more of? I want you to think big. Super important caveat here. I want you to just don't think what you think you could make happen. I want you to think of what you would really want, not whether you think it's reasonable, rational, plausible, doable. Skip that. Let all that go. You've heard that shoot for the stars and you'll land on the moon or something like that, right? Go way beyond what you ever thought was possible. Maybe you've always wanted to have a house in Costa Rica. Maybe what is it for you? Are there cruises that you've always wanted to take, right? Do you want to be able to go to St. Thomas and St. Croix or the Virgin Islands? Where is your dream waiting for you? Where is it? So one of the things they have on right now, I don't know which channel it's on. And maybe it's Magnolia, I don't know. But the main cabin builder guys, that they have a show where they build cabins in Maine. Here's what they did. They just bought a house in Italy and they're redoing a family house in Italy, right? That they'll be able to go and use for family vacations. But then also, of course, they're going to be able to use it as an Airbnb. Is that your dream, right? Is it like the under the Tuscan sun type thing? What is your dream? I want you to write it down. What's missing? What do you want more of? Okay. Whether it's money, whether it's time. I mean, those are really one of the major, right? Whether it's, do you want better health? In order to have better health, do you need more time and more money, right? Do you want, maybe it's a relationship that's missing. Do you want love? Maybe it's time now, right? You've taken the time, you've taken care of the kids. Everybody else has always been first, and now it's your time. What do you want more of? What do you need to make any of these happen? Usually, no matter what it is, it always comes down to the fact that money and finances is what supports everything that we could ever want. So even if you're really uncomfortable thinking about, quote, wanting more money, I want you to flip that mindset. And maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should do a money mindset one of these times. I want you to flip your frame and reframe what money really is. Money is just a tool. Money is just energy. So it's only how we use it that makes money, quote, good or bad. If you had more abundance in your life financially, what would that give you the capability to be able to do for yourself, for your loved ones, for friends, or charitable causes, for people you don't even know, right? Maybe, here's a good example. So right now, just 15 miles north of us, over the Labor Day weekend, no, Memorial Day weekend, sorry, we had major tornadoes. There were a total of 8 tornadoes that touched down one night during a storm. And we have so many people and businesses that still don't have houses to live in, right? Do I know all of those people? No. I know a few of those people. But the fact is, if I had a better financial situation, I would be helping those people financially, right? What can you do if you have more? So, this is why it's important for us to start taking action now. We can't keep waiting. We can't keep waiting for our circumstances to change. We can't keep waiting for more time. We can't keep waiting for the perfect opportunity to come around. We have to make the decision that we're going to go for it and we're going to find what we need to get there. As the phrase goes, jump and the net will appear. So I want to talk about today what you can do with digital marketing to get you more of what you want and to put in your life what's missing now. And why it matters. Maybe you're stuck in a thought pattern. Honestly, I experienced this for a long time. I was kind of stuck in a thought pattern of feeling like I didn't actually deserve anything better than what I had right now, and that was holding me back. So, do you have any of those things going on? I want you to examine that. Be really brutally honest with yourself. Are you keeping yourself in whatever situation you're in right now that you, quote, don't want? Is it your paradigms? Remember, the paradigms are the things on autopilot, right? It's our snake and our moose running the show and shutting the otters down. But they just are doing the same old thing that they've always known. And those neural pathways that are well worn, those are deep ruts. We're just functioning on those. And so we never can see a way out of changing what we're doing right now. Now, change is not easy. If you really want to change something, it's going to take some effort. It's not going to magically happen. Even if you make the decision and things start showing up for you, there are still going to be things that you have to learn and things you have to conquer to be able to get there. An example, when it comes to a business opportunity, this is a little bit of a rant. One of the things I've been hearing from people, they're very offended. And this may not be you, so this isn't everyone, but I am running into people that are super offended that they would have to invest any money into a business to earn money. They think that whatever it is that I'm talking about that I'm doing should be quote free. And I'm like, who thinks that way? That's a money mindset block. That our culture really has set that up, right? There's a sense of entitlement, a sense that we deserve more, but we're not willing to do what it takes to get the more. But let's just say that someone approached you and said, "Hey, I have an opportunity for you to be a millionaire in the next 3 years. Would you be interested?" And you say, "Heck yeah." And they say, "Okay, well, it's owning a Starbucks franchise. I have a Starbucks franchise license. I am ready to put it in. I've already done the research. But obviously I live in California. I need someone who wants a franchise here, wherever it is you live." And you're like, "Okay." And they tell you how much it is, and you're like, "Wait, it's not free?" No, it's not free. A business is not free. Now, you can quote bootstrap a business together, but it's still not free. You're paying with your time or your money or both, usually both. So whatever it is you want to do to get more of and, eliminate what you don't want and have more of what you do want, you're going to have to take action. And guess what? You're going to have to invest your time, your energy, and your money to get there. Now, what if you're sitting there and you're like, "But I don't have any extra money"? I want you to consider what would happen if your car broke down, or if your air conditioning went out, or even worse, let's say your hot water heater went out. Oh my gosh, taking a shower, a cold shower, horrible. What would you do? Would you just be like, "Well, oh well"? No, you would freaking find a way to get that fixed. Whether you were borrowing money, whether you were, you know, scrounging around to put it on credit cards, whether you were doing some extra work on the side, you would find a way to get that water heater working. It's just a matter of how important it is to you. So I want you to look at yourself and go, is what I want important enough for me to do what it takes to get there? I hope the answer is yes. If it's not yes, we need to back up. We need to back up. Why? That's something that, we can't dig into here, but I definitely want you to ask yourself why it is you think that you truly can't have what it is you want or need or both. Okay? Yes? You're with me? All right. So, when it comes to making a change and taking action, one of the biggest things you can look for is an income opportunity. What kind of opportunities are out there for you to make money, for you to increase your income? There are lots of different ones, right? We just mentioned one, right? Having a franchise, starting up some kind of a business, Usually, I'm going to say owning your own business is a better opportunity for more potential because there's no cap. There's no one else telling you this is the most amount of money you can make. So the first thing I want you to look for is own your own business, right? Be your own boss. Whoops. And why do we want that? Because there is no cap or ceiling. You don't have someone telling you, okay, you're going to make $20 an hour. And I'll tell you what, right now, I don't know if you're in the situation I am, but when you go out there and look for jobs, there are not very many jobs out there that are paying even remotely what it takes to just have the basics in life. And we're worth more than that. We're worth more than the basic, minimum wage. And that's what's available to us. If you find your own business opportunity, it's up to you how much you're going to earn. It's up to you how much you want to work, when you want to work, where you want to work. If you're your own boss, you make all those decisions. Okay? Which means you can make as much or as little as you want in as long or short of time as you want. Okay, so here's the other thing I want you to look at. And this right here, of course, comes with when it's your own business, right? You're making 100% profit because the money isn't going anywhere else unless you have employees or staff, right? If you have a team that's helping you. So if you have a virtual assistant, or if you have a social media manager, or if you have someone that maintains a website for you, there are all different reasons why that 100% profit, may go to other people. But the fact is, when you sell a product, 100% of that sale goes to you, and then you decide what happens with it. It's not the other way around. It's not you're making a sale for someone else and they get to decide what happens with the money and they go, okay, well, I think you're worth this much. No, you're in charge of that. So, owning your own business, be your own boss. That's the first thing I want you to think about. Then I want you to think about, um, we'll call it leverage, I guess is the word I want to use. What can you leverage? Can you leverage your time? Meaning, this is not, you want to look for a business that doesn't require a lot of one on one time, a lot of your time. What kind of business could you have that runs without you physically working it, right? So we want to leverage, we want to use automations. We want to use systems. And we want to use tools that help us get our time back. So when you have your time back, your business is working for you while you're doing something else. So you could take the time off, right? Away. You can step away if there's an emergency and someone in your family needs help. you can do that. Because if you have automations and these things running, it doesn't mean your business stops when you do. Super powerful. So that's one of the things that I love about Legacy Builders is those automations and tools are built in to the program and they're just handed to you. It's already built. You don't have to build it. I've spent a lot of years and time doing that. And I can tell you, it's not super easy. What kinds of tools and automations am I talking about? I'm talking about um, having landing pages. So, and emails. I'm actually going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see if we can find this stuff. Um, let's see. Let's go into an email campaign and show you. So here's what happens when you have a business that has automation for you, and an online business especially, right? A digital business means that you have a website where everything is built out for you. So this can be delivered to people at any time. People can purchase this at any time without you having to be the one to make it happen, because all of this is delivered with automations. A landing page. Here's a landing page that someone comes to, they put their email in, and look at all these emails that get delivered to them. They're all pre-built. Now, here's what else I want you to notice. Look at these open rates. And some of my open rates aren't as good as some of the others that I've seen. But when you have an email open rate that people are getting in on because it's helping them. Oh, got a couple of new ones today. It's all pre-built for you. This is a no-brainer. If you've never tried to build a website, I'm telling you, unless you are already a coder or unless you're already doing that for a living, don't waste your time learning how to do it. It's going to take you months. I know how to do it. I've spent the months. I've actually spent years learning how to build websites. I still don't like doing it. And to be honest, it's not the best use of my time. It's not where my gift is, right? But building out a landing page, making sure that that landing page is optimized, meaning you have the right keywords on it, right? There's all kinds of stuff that happens with a website that unless you know, oh my gosh, you just don't want to mess with it. How fast it loads, right? All of these things matter. The load rate. But you can have this. Sorry, my camera's messed up. You could have this all just with one purchase. It all handed to you, everything I just showed you. Okay. But that's going to let you leverage your time so you get your time back so you can earn money when you're not actually working your business. Okay, here's what else I want you to think about. Training and learning resources. What training and learning resources are available to you when you have the business that are going to help you make sure you're successful? So let's go back to like the franchise situation. Let's say that you purchase the Starbucks license and franchise, and then they just tell you you're on your own. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy, right? Or here's another version of it. They hand you a book and tell you, okay, here's everything you need to know to be able to be successful at running your Starbucks franchise. Are either one of those going to help you be successful? Oh my gosh, no, that would be a nightmare. But that's what happens when you just go and you buy a course, right? Just a course that's going to teach you how to market and promote your business so that you can sell your product and be successful. You don't want that situation. You want a live person, right? You want a live person. You want that person to be an expert. You don't want to be, you don't want to go to Aunt Susie, who's never owned a Starbucks, to say, hey, can you help me? I have some questions about how to run my Starbucks. No, you need help from real people who have done it before. So that's what else happens in Legacy Builders. You get a community. So in this community, you get live support and weekly training from the founder and from other people who are doing this really well. They come in and they're like, okay, I've had a lot of success. I've hit my 6 figures in 6 months. I've been using LinkedIn. Let me show you how I did it. Oh my gosh, fantastic. There are other people who are like, okay, I've hit my 6 figures. I've actually made $1 million and I've been using Facebook. Here's how I did it. Here's how I here's how I was successful with YouTube. Here's how I was successful with TikTok. Can you imagine having that kind of training? And it's coming from a real person so you can ask questions. You're not just reading it and then trying to go figure out how to apply it. You get to ask your questions that are specifically related to you and the customer that you're helping, serving. Huge difference, right? Huge difference. Own your own business. You're not working for someone else. You're not selling a product where you're only getting a percentage of what the product is really sold for. You're not getting paid through someone else because when someone buys the product, it goes directly to your account. Goes direct when someone purchases a Legacy Builder from me, that $900 goes directly into my account the moment they purchase it. I don't have to wait a couple weeks for someone to pay me. That's why you can have, they call it the, daily pay. Because literally, if you have one customer purchase from you every day, and there are 4 different income streams there. Okay. So that's the other thing I want to talk about. Um, um, uh, let's call it pricing options. Okay. We'll call it pricing options, even though that's probably not the best word for it. But what I want to say here is there's something for every budget. So I have a coaching program, and my coaching program is a private coaching program. It's what you would call a high ticket product. Not everybody can, frankly, invest in that right now. And that's okay. It's not for everyone. It's not meant for everyone. It's meant for a certain kind of customer. But with Legacy Builders, You have 4 different packages that people can choose from. So they can choose for one that works best for them. What does that mean for you? That means if someone comes in and they're like, well, I literally cannot come up with the $900, you don't lose the sale totally because you have 3 other things to offer them. So you have a 900, you have a 600, you have a 300, and you have a $100 option. That's 4 different options. And each one of these has something that's going to help your customer get where they want to go with their business. It's going to teach them how to do digital marketing right. And they can upgrade. So maybe they start here, and whichever one they purchase, by the way, they have the option to sell. So they can get the $100. They can be part of the community and get the support they need. And maybe they sell a couple of these and then they can invest in the next level. It's not a one and done. It's an amazing opportunity. This is the product that sells the most, though. The $900 product is the product that sells the most. Right now, the average is 1 out of 20 people purchase this. 1 in 20. Let me say that again. For every 20 people you reach and contact, 1 person on average will purchase this. So let's say that you get 100 new leads per week. 20 divided by, right, 100. I can't even think. Oh my gosh, I'm so terrible. Let's do it. Let's just do the math. I haven't had enough coffee this morning. I'm so embarrassed, right? Okay, so if you had 100 and you're going to divide it by 20, that's 5 sales. I want to make sure I had that right. That's 5 people that would purchase on average. 5 people. Okay, let's do the math. Okay, 100. You're going to get 100 leads. We call them leads, right? These are people who put their email into that landing page and they're getting the email campaign, right? They've asked for the blueprint. It's delivered to them with the video that explains everything. So you get 100, right? And this is in a week. And 1 out of 20 purchase. And the $900 product is the most popular product. That equals 5 sales. In the week. What is that, you guys? Holy mazzoli. That's $4,500 in 1 week. Does that not give you the chills? Does that not give you the shivers? If you did that every week, even if you just got 20 people, 20 new leads, and even $900 every week, would that not change your world? Right? Let's say there's 4 weeks in a month, 900. 36 extra dollars, $3,600 extra dollars per month. Would that change your world? It would change my world. Okay, so the next question we want to talk about, right? When it comes to, remember we said we want to have things that automate and leverage our time, because the whole goal here isn't to spend more time to make that much money. Yeah, it's going to require time. Do we want to be working 40, 60, 80 hours a week to do it? No. So the next thing we want to look at is leveraging our time. So we need to make sure that we have, right, we have our community of support, our training resources. We need to make sure that we have a marketing plan. Do they teach you how to market it and promote it? That's, you get the community, but do you actually get a plan, a proven plan to do it that you follow step by step? So with the Legacy Builder, you actually get a 2-hour workday plan. Okay, that 2 hours a day has generated 6 figures. That 2 hours a day has generated $900 a day in sales. If you sold one per day, that's $328,000, $326,000 in a year. You get to learn a 2-hour workday. Now, here's what I want to say about the 2-hour workday. This is the goal. It takes a while to master it because you have to learn it. So what do you learn? The first thing you learn, oh, excuse me, is to create 3 pieces of content okay. This is for one social media platform. Now, I want to put a caveat in here. Per social media platform until you get good at this, or you have tools that help you leverage your content. So you can create 3 pieces of social media content for one platform. And if you have the right tools, you can repurpose that and you can be on multiple platforms without spending the extra time to create extra content. Meaning you can have content for here on YouTube, you can have content for TikTok, you can have content for Facebook, you can have content going in multiple places if you have the right tools. Now, the tools, they're not going to be free. They're going to be tools that you would have to pay for. There are free versions. They're not going to be as effective. And so I want you to think about that, right? So you can get really good at being on one social media platform. And then when you start earning some money, you can buy the tools that are going to help you spread your marketing, like have more of an impact by marketing on different platforms. Okay. 3 pieces of content. So this is, once you get this down, you can do 3 pieces of content in about a half an hour, 45 minutes max. Okay. And then this is powerful, right? And at first I was just like, how in the heck am I? Then you want to spend 1 hour live streaming. Now, does that have to all be on one platform? No. You could live stream, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes someplace else. I want you to think about the algorithms though. There are places that when you spend a certain amount of time online, that you actually get a bigger reach. And that depends on the platform as to what that magic number is, right? So right now, TikTok really rewards reach for the 60 minutes, right? One reason to spend so much time on YouTube, right, is if you want to monetize, you have to have a certain number of hours before you can start getting paid, where people actually will advertise on your channel. But, once again, that's passive income. You're not doing anything. All you're doing is marketing your product, and then YouTube is paying you for basically being on their platform by having other people pay for advertising that shows up when you're online. Who wouldn't want that, right? And then Facebook, right? Facebook, same thing, is going to reward you with reach when you're live. They're going to put your content out to more people who can connect with you and see what you're talking about. Okay. And then the last half hour, we're going to put down as engage. So this would be responding to comments, responding to emails. So both responding and sending an email out. Like, let's say you're doing a live and you want to let everybody know, you would send an email out and say, hey, you could let people know before, you could let people know during, and you could let people know after. So that you would put in your half an hour, right? It would take you probably about 10 minutes maximum to write a quick email, schedule it, have it out. So after you go, like, hey, I just did a training on da da da, here's the link if you'd like to watch it, right? And then that link directs them to whatever social media platform you want to increase your engagement on, because that's going to increase the algorithm, right? The more views, the more comments, the more the social media platform is like, oh, wow, this person has something going on. People really want to see the content. Let's put it out there for more people. So you can see how this adds up really fast. But the goal is a marketing plan here that you can do all your income earning activities in 2 hours. And why does this work? This works because everything else is automated behind it. And why does that matter? It matters because I don't want to spend more than a half an hour a day engaging with people. If I have 20, okay, let's say you have 20 people every day that are interested in your content and they want to know more. Wouldn't you rather have those 20 people go to a landing page, put in their email, and all the information is delivered to them, versus you having to go, hey, thanks so much. Da, da, da. Would you like to chat here? What questions can I answer for? I mean, yes, you're still going to have to answer questions, but that's not where the conversation starts. That's just the padding in the conversation to help someone really get a clear understanding if they're confused about something. The responsibility for your potential customer understanding everything that happens with the business, that load is taken off of you because it's all delivered automatically. I know you're getting it right now. So how will all of these things help you get where you want to go? Think about that. If you could just spend an extra 2 hours a day now to help boost that income, and maybe you're still going to have to work your regular job. So this is a 2 hours a day that you're going to have to commit to doing on top of your 9 to 5 job because maybe you can't quit that 9 to 5 job yet. But how fast was you able to quit that job if this, if you were having 20 people a day come into your automated email system? Wowza. Okay, income opportunities. I'm going to talk about the fact this is where, really when I started my business, this kind of a product that we're talking about right now wasn't really in existence. It's a relatively new kind of business because before there were only things like the quote MLMs and network marketing where, yeah, you could get profit, but then, somebody had took a percentage above and then you had to build people under, and all of those kinds of things are really, we all know they do not feel good. I've done them. I didn't like it. I felt like I was having to pressure my friends, to convince them, oh my gosh, this is a great solution. This isn't like that because this is all automated. It's just you go out and talk about it, whoever's interested puts their email in, that's it. Right? That doesn't mean you never talk to them again, but I'm saying you don't have to go out and bug people to ask them, hey, would you be interested in this? You just talk about your experience. That's it. You just talk about why you did it and your experience and what you love about it. All you have to do. Then they decide if it's right for them. And you don't have to talk to specific people because you're putting it out here on social media. So the anonymity is fabulous, right? Okay, so pre-built. Pre-built, what does this mean? This means that the website, we talked about this before, but the website is built for you. The website has been tested and proven to convert. Okay. The product is built. And the reason why I talk about these, you guys, is because I had to do these all myself with my business. And I really wish I'd had this opportunity sooner. Oh my gosh. The amount of time it takes to build a website or the amount of money it takes to build a website. So if you're going to have a website built for your own product, on average, it's going to be $5K. To have their website that they've already built for you, $29 one time. They just charge you $29 one time. That's it. Unheard of. And at first, I literally read it like 5 times because I'm like, that's just not possible. That's just not legit. And it is, it's one time. Now, as you grow your business, you have the opportunity to invest and, upgrade your website so that you can do more things with it. But the basic business will run on a website that you spend $29 one time. I know, I know. So the product is pre-built and it's delivered. So it's delivered with automations. And through the community. Oh, my chin is hurting today. It's delivered through automation. So that means when someone, the product's already built out and it's proven to be a product that works. It's proven to get results. It gets results for its customers. Whoever buys it gets results. That is huge. Do you know how hard it is to build out a product that ensures that when your customer uses it, it's going to get them results, especially if it's training, right? But everything that's in there gets the customer, whoever purchases it, they get exactly what they're looking for. They can reach their goals. And everything that's in there is the same thing you're going to use to get your goals, to reach your goals. That's the magic of it. It's so fabulous. So not only are you purchasing a product that's going to help you actually market your business, and the business is the product that you just purchased. It is genius. And it's not a pyramid thing. It's impossible because you get 100% profit. It's your business. When you buy it, it's your business. It's just like you buying a Starbucks, and everything you do at the Starbucks, that's your money. Not, you're not having to pay, well, once you pay off your franchise, right? If you didn't pay cash for your franchise, then yes, they're getting a percentage of that. But you understand what I'm saying there. Okay? Pre-built product, website, and we'll just repeat this again. The automations are all pre-built for you, right? So the emails, that landing page, all of that, it's all pre-built. So you don't have to take the time to figure out what picture is going to work, what what words need to be on the sales page. That's an 8-page website, completely automated website for 4 different products. So when someone clicks on a button, it goes to the right place and they purchase, right? And we'll talk about this. Instant pay. It's direct to you. This doesn't go to some company website and then they pay you out. So if you've worked with affiliates before, you have your special link, someone buys the product through your special link, it goes into, we'll call it a fund, and then at the end of every month or every other week, then quote, you get your commission paid out to you. So you could be waiting, a week, 2 weeks, a month before you actually get paid for the work you do, just like when we, go to work at a regular job. This, as soon as someone buys it, you get a ding in your inbox that somebody purchased it. I know, crazy, crazy. Okay, so those are just some. I mean, there's so many more that I could talk about, honestly. But I want you to think about how you can change your future with something as simple as an online business. So if you want to know how we do that, there's a business blueprint. And if you go to shaunasdailypay.com, that is where you're going to get the blueprint that shows you everything in detail that we're talking about here. It's 5 steps, and they show you how they actually do make it happen. I know it's really, sometimes it's really hard to imagine things being any different than they are now. And I've been there. I've been on the couch crying before where I don't see a way out. This is the way out. This is the way out of whatever mess it is you feel like you're in. For me, I think I've talked about it before, right? For me, it's not having the extra money I want to be able to go and see my kids. They have something special going on in their lives. Yeah, they're grown up now, but that doesn't mean I don't want to celebrate with them. I don't, you know, go on vacations. So I think it was a couple Christmases ago, right? The kids were like, "Hey, let's go to New York." Well, guess what? I couldn't go to New York a couple years ago for Christmas. And Christmas in New York is one of my favorite times. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Or Thanksgiving, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's one of my favorite times to be in New York too. Right? I've only gotten to do it one time, wanted to go back with the kids, couldn't make it happen. Still haven't made it to Hawaii on my bucket list, right? So, what is it for you that you really want? And frankly, you deserve it. But if you're looking at your situation right now, and right now, whatever it is for you, that is not possible, how can you change it? What can you do to change it? This is the way to change it. Yes, it's going to take some work, but you're going to have all the support and all the help you need to make this work for you. You're not going to be hanging out there in the breeze trying to figure out how to do it on your own. Yeah, you have to take some responsibility. We're not going to do it for you. I'm not going to do it for you. But you get all the help you can possibly get without them actually doing it for you. Our founder, for the person who built this whole thing, built the program, built the website, like spent all the money and the research to make sure that, the emails were good, the website's working, that everything's delivered, that the course, all of that. Do you know that the founder, who makes millions now, right? Because she still markets this product herself. She's not sitting back and just doing nothing because she believes in so the power of this product so much. She's still out there marketing the product. She's out there actually marketing it for us, not just for herself. She does a webinar every week, a live webinar every week. It's not pre-recorded. She makes herself available so that we can send anyone that we have that's interested in our realm on our email list or talking to us. We can send them to a webinar where they can talk to her in person live. They can have their questions answered. They get to see her talk about all the success that she's had, all the success that everyone in the community has had. We're talking thousands of people who are having amazing success. Let's see if I can pop on over here. I'll see if I can find something. I haven't been over here in a while. But here we go. Um, let's share my screen. See, this is the kind of stuff that blows my mind, guys. Haven't been over here for a while, but I'm like, I'll show you. I'll show you the community. Let's just do this. Here's the kind of stuff that you get right here. Bethany, 6 minutes ago, posted this. Just hit my $25,000 in 5 months. Absolutely life changing for this stay-at-home mom of four. We're talking people who they're juggling kids and life, are having huge success with this. Here's an example of how supportive the community is, right? You want a clickable link for you to be able to go live on TikTok. Well, here's a follow train. Let's all get on here, support each other so that we can go live. Here's someone else who just made their first sale. $100 sale. Remember I said there's something in it for everyone. YouTube advice. Let's follow each other. Somebody here is having, wants to know, like, I have someone that's kind of scammy. How do I respond? Here's someone that needs help with tech. You talk about it. You can do it. Here's another word. Here's a new person. And here's Michelle. This is our founder. Every single day, she puts a post in here. She puts training in here. Right here. How to get your business discovered. Boom. Every day you have a video. And you can ask questions. It, it's just one of the most unbelievable things that I've experienced. And I have been out here a long time, you guys. I have spent well over $100,000 learning how to do an online business so that I could give that to my clients. And here it is, but it's been all packaged up for you, neat in a box with a pretty bow on top. Boom. So I'm going to encourage you, say info if you want more info, because the first step is for you to get the business blueprint complimentary, but that's the first step for you to really see how this whole thing works. The other thing is if you want to attend a webinar, put webinar, and I'll make sure that you get the link. It's a private invite, right? We don't just put it out there for everyone. So if you want to be able to basically meet the founder, be able to ask your questions, and get the whole breakdown of everything that this business does for you and how it works, that is a great place to start in a webinar. Webinar info. Those are the two things that you are more than welcome to put out here in the comments. If this has been helpful to you at all, I want you to please subscribe, please like, share this with anyone that it might help. If you know someone that you're like, "Oh my gosh, I know who this would be perfect for," share this. You just hit the share. Copy that link and pop it over there in someone's inbox. All right, I'm going to see you Sunday. We're taking a day off, so I will see you next week. Have a great weekend.